often occurring between two perimeter players. One player will sprint into what looks like a high middle pick and roll for the ball handler, but instead of setting the pick, he will jet out early, but rather than slipping to the rim, he'll slip out to another spot on the perimeter. This is commonly called a slide or a ghost screen or a running slip. This has become the NBA's preferred way to attack switching and is a part of almost every NBA team's late game or late quarter package. Something the Warriors really like to do against teams that are switching a lot of their stuff is get to their post split game. And that you're using the post up as a hub and a vehicle for a shot out of it, not necessarily for a post up score itself. It's really hard for the defense as the ball gets behind their heads to switch it properly on all these off-ball screens. One of my favorite concepts is the curl pick. This is an old Pete Newell concept where the cutter tight curls the screen, taking that initial defender with him and leaving the screener open on his pop as he attacks the secondary defender. Another favorite concept of mine is the back screen seal. Here the cutter cuts through, giving the screener ample space to seal the defender outside and roll to the rim. Back screens are really tough to go against switching. Here a guard back screens for a big and then pops to drive the guard big perimeter mismatch. Just like back screens, flare screens pose a lot of problems for switching defenses. Here you see two examples of the ball going to an elbow and then running a flare on the weak side. Almost every NBA team that runs a delay or a 5-out set will go to this at some point after a free throw, after a timeout, to exploit a team that's trying to switch their screens. Moving on to some set plays that have been good against switching. I actually love this play from Vandy against all kinds of defenses, but here are three examples of it against switching. The size mismatch makes this an easy post feed. This play is fairly simple, but what you actually see most teams do within horns against the switch is reverse the ball through the big to the opposite wing. And I like this much more, where you're just throwing the ball ahead because it doesn't give the defense a chance to switch back and try to get size on size in the post. In the 2016 Western Conference Finals, the Warriors attacked the Thunder switching with this ball screen flare screen set for Steph Curry.